Alright. Fireball weapon. As the name suggests, this thing shoots fireballs that travel along the ground. They path along the ground until they either hit something or disappear off screen. It's a pretty useful weapon for fighting grounded enemies or enemies that are really close and you want to stack up damage. Level 2, you get slightly bigger, bouncing fireballs. This weapon's relatively easy to level up too. You can shoot up, but this thing doesn't have a whole lot of carry to it. So if you want to get more range, you have to jump and shoot in an arc. Alright, level 3, we have blue fireballs. I think we can shoot more of them at once. They travel relatively quickly and they do decent damage. But for flying enemies, it's a little bit tougher to hit them. So we'll stick with the polar star for that. Choco's house. Hi, how may I help you? Wow, that thing you have there looks quite dangerous. I wonder, are you a traveler? Don't need to rest. You see a hole on the other side of the billowing flames. You can't get past the fire. You want to go through my fireplace? For that, you're going to need to get a bit of jellyfish juice. The big jelly has it. And after we talk to her, jellyfish have now spawned on the map. I think if I backtrack, I can find the big jelly that she's talking about. Oh boy. Ah, there it is. I do think it's interesting that the enemy spawns sometimes change based on who you talk to, if there's an objective. Like, that thing wasn't there a little while ago. But I need jellyfish juice, so... Oh wow, that thing does a lot of damage. Let's use some more damaging weapons. Oh, did a lot. Open the treasure chest. Obtain the jellyfish juice. Let's see if we can get some health back. Actually, before I move on, I want to point out something that the game kind of indirectly shows you as you proceed here. If we go back to Santa's house and we look at his fireplace, it gives me the option to use the jellyfish juice. If I hit yes, I can get charcoal. Keep in mind, this is something I can do in more than one spot. In fact, let's sort of sidetrack here before we go forward at Choco's house. I need to power up my polar star here. Or I can use the flame. That'll kill these things faster. I believe I can kill the big jelly over and over again, and it'll drop me jellyfish juice every time. So we'll find out here. Yep. I can only carry one of those at a time, I think. But, like I mentioned, if we take the teleporter all the way back to the Mimiga village, I believe in the town hall, or the assembly center, there was a fireplace there. You can see if there's anything good there. Assembly hall. There's something buried within the ashes. Obtain the bubbling. This is another weapon. At base level, it shoots little bubbles. Doesn't really do a whole lot. But if I remember correctly, that weapon is pretty powerful once you power it up. I'll just need to farm up some weapon levels first, and we get to see what it does. And we'll have to kill the jelly again to get the juice to pass through Choco's fireplace and move on here. At base level, the bubbling does pretty low damage. Looks like it does 1 per bubble. At level 2, I can hold down the button for rapid fire and increase my range, which is nice. I don't have to get quite as close, and the bubbles sort of have a spread pattern. But this one also has ammo, but it recharges on its own. I just have to stop firing. And it recharges relatively quick, so there's no real need to worry about limited ammo with this one like the rocket launcher. Level 3 is pretty neat. It creates a cloud of bubbles, and then when you let go of the button, they all explode into shrapnel, and they do a ton of damage in the path that you shoot. The name of the game with this particular weapon at max level is to line up with whatever it is you're wanting to shoot at, get a whole bunch of bubbles out in front, and then detonate them all at once for a huge wave of shrapnel that stacks pretty decent damage. If you just hold the button down, the bubbles will start to keep generating, and they'll start detonating sort of first to last. I think it's a pretty cool weapon. It's a little bit tricky to use just because you have to time your shots a bit more. But it's got good range, and for large targets, you can do a lot of damage relatively quickly. And the white bubbles themselves, before they detonate, also do damage. Right away in this area, and technically the first one, we've managed to get a total of 4 weapons, and there are many more to get as we proceed here. Did you get the jellyfish juice? Great work. Although you can carry only one jar of jellyfish juice, you can get it over and over again from the jellies. I believe if you travel back and forth through her fireplace, you've got to use it each time. And the fireplace is back on again.